What happens if your EC2 instance gets deleted? Is all your data gone forever? In this video, I will show you how to backup and recover your data using AWS EBS Snapshots with two real-time demos. So let's understand what EBS Snapshot is. EBS Snapshot is simply a backup of your EBS volumes. To precise it, it's like backing up your phone data to the cloud. Even if your phone is lost, your data is safe. So Snapshot stores your data safely and you can restore it anytime. So today we do have two demos. One is the with the additional volume. So in this we will create an additional volume and attach to our EC2 and add a file to our attached to volume and create snapshot from additional volume, delete the additional volume and create the volume from the snapshot and attach the snapshot volume to the EC2 and verify the data is present. The second one is the real-time use case, which is creating a snapshot for the root volume. In this, we will create an EC2. So we will create a file in the root volume of the EC2 and create a snapshot for the root volume, terminate the EC2 and create a volume from the snapshot and launch a new EC2 and we will attach to this EC2 with the snapshot volume and verify the data is present. So let's see the first and simple way as a demo. We can launch a instance quickly here. I will name it as EBS and it can be Amazon Linux AMI. Instance type t3.micro, which is a free tag, and the key pair is demo key Hyderabad, and I will choose the existing security group. Here you can find it a root volume has been created which will get terminated. This is the drop down that we can disable it. So if we give no, it will not get terminated while we are terminating the instance. So let's quickly go on to the instance and check that it is created on the AP South 2A. We can create the volume on, we can create the additional volume on the AP South 2A. So let's quickly go and create a volume for it of size 2 GB and South 2A. And I will add a tag volume type. This is just to avoid the confusions of the root volume and the additional volume. And once it is created, we can name it as additional volume 2. This will get a better understanding. It is available. So let's quickly go on to our instance. Let's attach the additional volume that is being created. For it, I will click on storage, attach volume. This is the additional volume that we have created. I will attach to the device their SPF. So once the status check is passed, we can connect to the instance. So the status check is passed. Let's quickly connect to our instance via EC2 instance connect. So here we can do ls blk. So here you can find a root volume of 8 GB and an additional volume that we have created and attached of 2 GB. So let's quickly format the additional volume. So for it, sudo mkfs-t ext4 on dev nm. So this will format the additional volume and it will create the file structure for it with a UUID. And let's make a directory. So now let's mount the data to our volume. For it, the command sudo mount /dev/data. So this will get mounted here. Then we can create a file which says hello from EBS snapshot. So this can be saved into our additional volume. So to verify it, cat data test.txt. So you can see that a new file is being created on the additional volume. So now create a snapshot for this additional volume. For it, go to the volumes. So for the additional volume, we are going to create a snapshot for. On the actions, you can create a snapshot for it. A snapshot, I will give a meaningful description to avoid confusion, and I will do a create snapshot. So now you have created a snapshot. To verify it, you can just go into a snapshot. On it, you will see it owned by me. So here you can find that a snapshot is being created of our same size of our additional volume. If you are creating for the root volume, then you will see the same size for it. This snapshot status should available and the progress should be 100% completed. Then we can use our snapshot to recover and or create a new volume from it. So let's wait for it. Yes, it is completed and the progress is 100% volumes. And here we can first detach our volume from the EC2. So So here you can just click detach it. If you refresh it, it should be available. Yeah, now it is detached. EC2, now you can LSBLK. Now you will find only one volume, that is the root volume. The additional volume is being detached. Now delete this additional volume. Just click on it and do a delete volume. So it will ask a confirmation, do a delete here. So now you will find only one volume, that is a root volume. Now we are going to restore a volume from a snapshot. For it, we can go to the snapshots tab and click on the snapshot that you need to restore it. On the actions tab, you can see that create volume from snapshot. So click on that and you will find a default size that the snapshot is. If you want to increase, you can do it, and the IOPS and throughput is the same as the volume. If you want it, you can also increase these. The availability zones should be 2A, and this volume initialization rate is something that we need to give. So it is basically that the snapshot will retrieve the data from the S3. So that retrieval rate is the volume initialization rate. I will create a tag create volume. So the full snapshot size is 101 MB. So it should create volume in some seconds. Yes, it is being created. Additional, just to avoid confusion. Now let's get into our instance and we can attach the newly created volume from the snapshot. Actions, storage, and attach volume. Here you will see that additional snapshot volume which has been created now. Since we didn't unmount from the EC2, it is showing that device name is already in use, so we can choose a different one. Volume. And if you go now to your EC2 and do a command lsblk, you can find that a new volume is being attached. So now we can quickly mount it, like sudo mount data ls data. You can find that a lost plus found, which is basically a snapshot, and the test.txt. If you do a cat data test.txt, hello from EBS snapshot, which we haven't created now. So this is basically from the additional volume that we have created initially. Even if we restore it, we can get this file. So this is the demo number 1. So now we can quickly do a demo on the second part, which is the real world one. For it, we can delete the resources that we are not using it, terminate instance. It is a good practice to delete on the volumes also. I will delete this additional volume. So here you can see that both are available. So even if your EC2 is being terminated, the root volume is not yet deleted, since we have disabled that terminate on EC2. And to avoid the confusions, I will also delete the snapshot for the demo one. Here you can see delete snapshot, do a delete. For the demo 2, we will create a new instance, launch instance quickly. Let's wait for the status check. So the status check is passed. Let's quickly connect to the instance here. Do a lsblk. You can find the root volume alone. So here we are going to save a file called home ec2 user test.txt file. Home ec2 user test.txt. It will show hello from root volume snapshot. So let's quickly go to the volumes page here and let's create a snapshot for this one. Here click on actions, create snapshot from root volume, create snapshot, and let's check here that the snapshot has been created. Once it is completed, then we are good to delete our EC2. So it is completed. Let's terminate the instance here. Do a terminate, delete the root volume too. So now you can see that we have deleted the volume and the instance. Now let's quickly create a volume from the snapshot that we have created from the root volume. Here click on and do create volume from the snapshot, and this can be 50 MB. Do create volume. In volume, you can just name it as snapshot volume. This is available now. So let's quickly create a new instance. EBS snapshot. The configurations are same as always. Quickly launch the instance here. Wait for the status check. In the meantime, we can attach the instance here. So on the storage, attach volume, you will find a snapshot volume here, and the device name can be SDA. So attach volume. So once our status check has been done, we can connect and mount the additional volume. So the status check is passed. Let's quickly connect to our instance to lsblk. here you can find that this is a root volume, and this is the volume that we have created from the root EC2 snapshot. So let's mount this. First we can check the file system, since this volume will have the OS from the old machine too. So let's quickly check on the file system. It has XFS file system. Create a directory called sudo snapshot data. So let's mount our additional volume snapshot data. So here you can see that wrong FS type, bad option, or bad superlog. The error might be anything. So here we need to debug it. For debugging it, there's a command called dmesg trail -20. So this is basically a log file. Here you can see that error is like file system has a duplicate UUID, so we can't mount it. That's why we have thrown this error. So to resolve it, there is a command like existing one. So here we will just eliminate this UUID check. For it, we will do sudo mount. Here we will do -o space no UUID. So this will basically remove the UUID check. So now it is working, right? So basically it has a duplicate UUID so that it couldn't attach the root volume that we have created. Eliminating the UUID, it gets attached. So now let's quickly do ls snapshot data home EC2-user. Here you can find it, our test.txt file is available. We can print it too. So that's it. We have the same file that we have created in the EC2 that we have created initially. So after deleting it, also we could able to retrieve the data from the snapshot. So that's how you can take a backup of your EC2 data using AWS EBS Snapshot and recover it even after deleting the entire instance. If you are serious about learning AWS and DevOps, this is one concept you absolutely must understand. If this video helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe to TechArrow. It really supports the channel and helps me create more content like this. I'm going to create a series where we will be going to see how real world production environments work for doing a snapshot policies. Basically, AWS uses a lot of policies. So one is called the lifecycle manager for the snapshot policies. So I'm going to make a separate series on this, and always make sure that you delete the resources that you are not using it to avoid extra billing from AWS. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.